Welcome or welcome back to another episode of Tastie Dine. I would love to know, how old were you when you first learned how to make chapatis, no matter the shape or size, and who taught you how to make chapatis? So leave your comments down below, and also let us know if you still know how to make chapatis. Now sit back, relax, and watch this full tutorial. Step 1 is preheating your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for at least 20 minutes. Next is to prepare your butternuts by washing and wiping and chopping them up. For the parts that have the seeds part, remove them using a spoon. Make sure all the seeds are out and set them aside. Please do not throw the seeds away because they make for the perfect little snacks. Set the seeds aside by the little corner and add little drops of vegetable oil on each piece of the chopped up butternut. Gently massage the vegetable oil on each piece of the chopped up butternut piece, and the oil will help add moisture while it roasts in the oven. Season with salt. I'm only using salt because I love the taste of butternut, roasted butternut with salt. And let's not forget our little friends by the corner. That's the seeds. Massage the oil and salt together. And now, in a preheated oven at 180 degrees, bake them for 40 minutes. Once baked, they should look exactly like this. Soft to the touch, still warm. Scoop out the flesh of the butternut using a spoon and mash them up. You can either use a masher or a fork. This is how it looks like. Just toss it around, work it up a little bit, and set it aside. On to the next step, step 2. Into a saucepan over medium-high heat, add 1 liter of water, 4 tablespoons of softened margarine into the simmering water, allowing the margarine to be melted by the simmering water. Add a teaspoon of salt, but it's optional. 3/4 cups of sugar. I do love my chapatis with a touch of salt and sugar at the same time. As the water continues to simmer, make sure the butter or the margarine melts down and the sugar and salt dissolves completely. Once the mixture gets to a simmering point, turn off the heat and set it aside. Step 3 is preparation of the dough. I've done or separated the dough into 2 parts. What's going into this stand mixer's bowl is 6 cups of all-purpose flour. Into the bowl of your stand mixer with the flour, add half of the mixture for the roasted mashed butternut, half a cup of sunflower cooking oil to add more moisture to our chapati preparation. You can add whichever other brand of cooking oil you prefer. Next is part of the liquid buttery sugar and salt mixture we simmered previously. Attach the dough hook of a stand mixer and mix or knead the mixture for at least 8 to 10 minutes. In between the kneading, when you feel the mixture is a bit too dry, add a little bit of the margarine water into the mixture as it mixes. Remember, this stage you should not leave your station at any cost. You need to watch your dough that it mixes properly and not overwork your stand mixer. So in between, if you feel it's a bit too dry, add a little bit of water. If you feel you need to add all-purpose flour, add a tablespoon at a time. One of the tricks to check if such kind of dough is ready and well kneaded is to check the sides of your stand mixer's bowl. If there's no traces of dough sticking to the sides, just know that part of the dough kneading is almost done and you should be ready to stop mixing completely. After 5 or 10 minutes later, your dough should be very pliable, very soft to the touch. well kneaded, should not be sticky at any one point, and I believe that such an investment of a stand mixer should come in very handy. Add your kneaded dough into a large mixing bowl. It should be soft and very pliable. Add in your vegetable cooking oil, the sunflower oil that I used earlier on, and massage and work it in. Don't knead it, just massage it in. Cover with a cling film wrap and set it aside for 1.5 hours, and repeat the steps for the next batch. Your dough should have been well rested. This is 1.5 hours later, and your dough should be super pliable and soft to the touch. Now remove the dough off the mixing bowl and onto a clean working counter surface, and we are going to divide the dough. With the help of your palms and hands, work the pliable, super soft dough into a log shape. For my technique, this part is very crucial. So each piece that is being divided will be replicated to make 2 more out of it. So sometimes the dough might not be enough to replicate the dough into 2, so you only get 1 piece at the end of the day. So hope that makes sense. Just to make them presentable, I've shaped them into circular shaped dough, and I'm setting them aside for the next batch. You don't have to, but it's better presented this way. The second batch is ready 1.5 hours later, and it's set to be rolled out. So we are repeating the steps again. I'll be using softened prestige margarine at this stage. Some people use ghee, some people use liquid vegetable oil, but I'll be using margarine. So apply with the help of a spoon butter on the surface of your rolled out dough. Massage it well with your help of the fingertips, and this will be an added moisture to the chapatis while it cooks on the stove. Now, with the help of your fingertips, always start by rolling away from you until the tip of the other end. As you roll, avoid any air bubbles. With the help of your palms, roll from the center outwards, until you get a very semi-thin rope-shaped dough. I always start with my left side of the tip, so I roll inwards, making a spiral type of pattern using the rope-shaped dough. Does that make sense? You'll tell me in the comment section below. This rolled out dough is slightly different from the steps we've just taken. Some steps will be slightly similar. applying of the butter or the margarine is similar to what we've just done, and massaging it in is also similar, but it will reach a point where after the massaging of the margarine into the rolled out dough, we will have to end up slicing the dough with a knife into 2 equal parts and rolling, and the rolling part will begin. So watch this. This right here just calms my mind, my soul. It's like a zen moment in the preparation of chapo making, and I am not sure about how you feel about this, but I am absolutely on cloud 9. I am absolutely in a zen moment. So I believe deep down in my soul, the spiralness of the chapati preparation helps in making more circular chapatis while you roll out the dough. Do you agree with my comment? Let's discuss in the comment section below. I would really love to hear your thoughts on this. At this stage, your pan should be preheated and very hot. Add your first rolled out chapati. I'm still using margarine over here. You can use vegetable oil, but I find vegetable oil very, very drying at some point. So margarine is the best option for me, but you can use whatever method you prefer. Make sure your heat is medium high and not super high. You don't want your chapatis to be really, really dark, and it's the fast chapati. The fast has to be always giving a fast impression. And I am a pro in making chapatis. I believe I am a pro, so I'm not really blowing my own trumpet. But from time to time, I do add quite a number of layers to chapatis when I'm cooking. So I can cook up to 4 chapatis at a go. So I keep just interchanging and cooking, flipping, turning, and just doing my thing. But if you're a new learner to chapatis, one at a time is best for you. Don't try too many and forget to cook one side and remember later when you want to eat them. So shall we just admire the soft, layered chapatis that are presented in front of you? Let me just give you an example of how layered they are. Allow me to pick the top layered chapati. With my hands, I'll try and divide it, and for you to actually see how flaky and soft the chapati is. I mean, this with ndengu, or this with a stew or a wet fry. I mean, I can't even fathom the thought of it. I'm hungry and I made this like 2 days ago, but I'm drooling right now. Isn't this the perfect recipe? Why can't you try it and tag me? Hashtag Tastie Dine. Well, that was fun. Until the next episode, bon appetit.